welcoming me to womanhood, telling me I'm brave, it's like, that shade of lipstick is brave. I'm sorry, that was mean.
I like them.
Thank you. It's also really dumb. Hi friends, and welcome to Wives vs. World, where we have fun talking about queer stuff and life as a trans, cis, married couple. I'm Jackie.
I'm Anya.
And this is Adonis.
There he is.
Isn't he cute? Today we want to talk about transitioning. Today we want to talk about the worst parts of transitioning, like the things that really grind your gears, the things that make you go, you know?
We talk a lot about the good stuff.
We talk so much about yeah.
And you should look for those videos if you haven't seen them.
Yeah,
this should not be your first.
No. The good stuff is the most important stuff. It's like, I believe, as a trans woman, that it's very important to look on the bright side of life without being delusional. Here are 10 things that I believe are ranging somewhere between like annoying and like very terrifying. Very annoying. So this is going to be very specific to me, and we're going to keep it
as a trans woman.
And we're going to keep it a little bit lighthearted. We're going to keep it to the everyday annoyances. So a numbered list is what we've got for you today. And the first one, what's the first one? You come out, or you realize you're trans. You acknowledge to yourself, I'm a trans person. At least for me, the first things that came to me were like dysphoria. I'd felt it before, but now I had something like concrete to you know, conceptualize this thing with. It's like, oh, there are things about my body that I do not like. And that was just something that I wasn't prepared for, because back before I was sort of out, there was just like a general like feeling of unease. But when I then came out, I was like, oh, I'm trans. Suddenly all these things became real, and they started to haunt me, and they stayed with me for a while. Like, I now had to relate to them, and I now had to like navigate a very concrete body image and a body ideal that I hadn't really considered before.
Yeah, like I guess before your egg cracks, you obviously have issues.
Yep.
I don't know, is that obvious?
Yeah,
most people
y'all got issues.
But it's like you can kind of hide that away. But this, as soon as you like acknowledge to yourself, like I think there's some trends going on here, then you can't just ignore it anymore. You have to like look at it and examine the uncomfortable feelings that come with it and stuff like that.
Exactly. For a lot of people, dysphoria is going to be part of the journey. Hopefully not too much. And for other people, it just won't be an issue. But I guess like my experience was when I came out, I was so in a way disillusioned with my own self-image. And I felt huge. I felt like these enormous hands, like it will be so cloggable. And I was like, oh no, I've got a really big head. I've got like massive shoulders. And like, you can see me now. I'm gesticulate. I'm moving my head. Testicular. It took a while for me to acknowledge that, you know, it's fine, we all look different. So one of the first things that ticked me off was that, like the whole, oh no, dysphoria, the comparison. The second thing is all the admin stuff. Here we do social securities in a gendered way. So when you switch, everything in the system goes along with that. So like suddenly it's like you get that new social security number. Now you have to call your bank, you have to call your insurance companies, you have to change everything on all your accounts. Like you have to get a new passport, you have to get a new driver's license, you have to like so many things. If you're clever, you change your name when you do that, so you don't have to do the whole thing over again. I would be in contact with the bank so many times, like, because I would have my old ID and my new ID, and I would almost like have to be like a guarantor for myself, or like, I'm picking up this package on behalf of me, or it was like,
and they would be confused all the time. And they were calling you, they could see that they were speaking to a man because of your information, but then obviously it was a woman speaking.
Yeah, it's like
and
the name, the look, the voice, everything is like...
Is your husband there, or is your brother, or whatever? Like, it took a while.
What's happening? I'm trying to reach this guy, and it's like,
yeah, that's me.
You reached her. So again, annoying. dealable, but annoying. You also kind of have to go around and like update everyone in your social circles about like pronouns and names and everything. And it's like, it can be really exciting. Like if you have good friends and they know you and they're there for you, like it's almost like a butterflies in your tummy kind of feeling. But it can also be like, if you're a sociable person and you have a lot of people in your life, at a certain point, it's just like, oh my God, I never told Kim. I never told Bethesda. I never told, you know, and you just sort of have to do that. And it's a chore. And at a certain point, at least for me, I was like, I will delegate this task. Like, please, if you see someone I know, can you let them know that I've done this? And like, if I were in situation with people who knew me before, I would just sort of like, hey, do you like my dress? Other people would be dropping she, hers, and Jackie and whatever. And then I'm like, they're going to pick up on it.
It's good enough.
It's fine. It's good enough.
Like, make sure people use the right pronouns and stuff. Like, that whole adjustment period where it's like, this is how it's going to go now.
Exactly.
Also for me, since my partner changed pronouns while we were together, I had to like keep people updated. Like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm going to use she, her about my partner now.
Some people needed more time or grace than others, and it is annoying, depending on how much you want to keep them in your life. You could also just say, well, they're not going to be part of it anymore. Like the people you want in like your life who are just like taking more time to adjust, that's going to be uphill. Like parents or grandparents or like siblings or whatever who just keep slipping out of like the right pronoun or the right name. Like at a certain point, you also feel like, am I being too generous here? Am I doing them a disservice by letting it slide? Or like, should I be more, if I show them that I'm more firm on this, will that help them? Like if I keep saying, oh, it's fine, it's okay, now it's hard, will it just keep going? You know, and I found for me, just saying, that's not gonna fly. This is my name, these are my pronouns. If you can't respect that, then I guess we don't have to see each other. And that helped. Cuatro. Sexism. It's wonderful, isn't it? Like we love a little cat call. We love a little, whoops, did someone touch my butt on the train? Oh, that's probably fine. You know what I mean? It truly fucking sucks. And like from an early age, I knew what sexism was, but having never had it like directed at me, like as a primary target. When I actually came out, this is a funny thing because at first there was a slight feeling of like, some kind of sick, twisted gender validation.
Of course.
My first thought was not, oh, I'm in danger, or I'm sick of this. It was like, oh my God, they see me as a woman.
The greatness of modern.
Oh my God, that's so wonderful. That feeling quickly subsided. You get a certain amount of sexism before you're like, yeah, I get it, this sucks. You know, this is horrible. It's not validating. It's just an onslaught of idiocy pelting down on you. And I know Denmark is not that bad. Like, for the most part, it's like, it's a fairly...
One of the least bad countries on earth, and somehow still kind of bad.
Somehow still kind of bad. What shocked me was the calls in the street, and like, how can people be so blatant? Why do they think they're entitled to my space or my time or to yell at me? What makes it okay? Like I came out so early in life that I've never really held a job before I transitioned. So I entered the workforce as a woman, but I just wasn't expecting how incompetent I would be viewed, if that makes sense. Coming with ideas and then having someone reiterate that idea and them getting like, oh, that's great, Bob. Wonderful. I said that first. Why is this happening? The worst thing, no, well, these are all bad, but like some of the worst things were like people making like jabs about how it was surprising that I was funny. As in, you're a lady. You're meant to be pretty. You're not meant to be funny. But like also the gallant sexism, like the chivalrous one, like the, you know, opening doors or dragging out a chair or, oh, let me get that, it looks heavy. It's like, don't infantilize me. I'm a grown woman. I'm an adult. I can do things. I may not be the strongest, but if someone has the gall to be like, let me get that for you, little lady, I'll break my back trying to get it myself. And I don't know how much of that is just me being a misanthropic feminist, and how much of that is like the infantilization I feel there is, because I don't enjoy it.
I don't either. I think it's extremely annoying.
And
can we get some men to carry this, whatever?
Oh my God, we're in a meeting and it's
infuriating every time.
Someone needs to get the projector. Can we get the strong man to do it?
It's usually not even heavy. They just want men to lift things. And I'm like, you all got a bad back and I'm a great lifter. Like, what are you talking about?
We're in our early 30s. This is prime lifting season.
This is crazy. Honestly, this baffles me every single time it happens. Wow, you're pretty.
Thank you. Which brings me to another point in this, is like having to be put together in order to be taken seriously, but not being so put together or so like over the top with makeup that you are viewed as like ditzy or whatever. Like there's a fine balance. Like you can't just roll out of bed, comb your hair or brush your hair or whatever, put on something and then get out the door. It's like when we have client meetings, I would almost be expected to show up in something nice and have done something with my hair and my makeup and everything. Whereas my male colleagues, it would basically just be like, so, and then, yeah, that's fine. And then go into a meeting. That annoyed me so much because like, I do this because I want to do this. I do this for, my own self-image. I'm not very interested in catering to anyone else's idea of what I should look like. Mm-hmm. So having such an expectation of like, well, you need to put in more effort into your appearance in order to be viewed nearly as competently as the men on your team. That sucked balls and dicks so much. I did not like that. A thing that annoyed me, and still does, even though I know it's meant well, there is a camaraderie to it, to this statement, but at the same time, there is also something a little bit patronizing about it. And it's the trans woman complains about an experience they receive or have because they're woman, someone going, welcome to womanhood. And while I get it, and while I also appreciate it, and while I see it for the bonding experience it can be, a part of me kind of always saw it as a, stop complaining, it's what it is. It's part of the deal.
If you want to be a woman, you also gotta
put up with someone, leering at you or dismissing like your opinions and like looking at you as nothing more than like meat. And I get it's a commiseration. I get it's like, but like it's the whole welcome that I just didn't like, because like, who are you to bestow this womanhood upon me? I don't know. I get where it's coming from. It just always grated my gears in a way. Almost reminds me of the you're so brave kind of thing, which is also a point on this list, where it's like, I'm just being me. It is meant nicer than I take it, and maybe the problem is me. Maybe these are my red flags, my very hot takes. But like,
are you being so brave for being yourself? To me, it is kind of patronizing.
It kind of is.
I know it comes from a good place, but it's still like, you dare go out like that kind of vibe, Couldn't be me.
Great, good for you.
You're so brave for being yourself.
And in public, no less.
Yeah, I don't know.
These two things are also much more about like volume than about intention.
Yes, of course.
Like if you're told it enough, and if you have like
if it's once
been in this journey,
who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
But if it's 15 times, it's like,
yeah,
okay, I've heard it now.
Exactly. Like I transitioned when I was like 17. I'm now 34. I've been an out trans woman for half my life, more or less. At this point, I don't want to be welcomed to womanhood anymore. Welcome me to middle age. Like I'm just about there, right on the cusp. It's coming any day now. Number 7 on this here whole list, a thing I didn't anticipate, a thing that I didn't know, was just how sore and how painful growing boobs would be. Truly.
Welcome to womanhood.
Oh, I'm leaving. Truly, the like, it's no longer an issue. It's just like now they're just, sort of sore. From time to time, as boobs are. When they started coming in, it would be like the grazing of a t-shirt. It would be lying on my stomach. It would be brushing too close to Anya or a door, and I would just be like, the pain is indescribable.
Quite painful.
It is so painful. And it's like, it's such an exposed area on your body. Like there is so much, what do you call it?
Surface area.
Surface area, thank you. There's nothing to like cover. It's right here and it really hurts. If you have not gotten to this point, if you haven't started HRT, if you're gonna start HRT, let me just prepare you. Someone probably has. Welcome to womanhood. It's gonna suck. It's gonna hurt bad.
I just also had a thought that it's not...
You had a thought.
It's not something that girls talk about.
No.
Like it was very taboo for girls, especially around boys, to talk about this aspect of puberty. People who are socialized male wouldn't know that this is a thing.
No.
Unless they are told, obviously.
Yeah, unless they are, I don't know, have decent girlfriends who are talking about this stuff with them.
Yeah. And I think that's quite interesting. Like, that's why it comes as such a surprise. Because we all know that balls are sensitive, you know?
Yes.
Because the men don't fucking shut up about it.
No, it's like all they talk about.
My balls. My balls. God forbid a woman talks about
my testicles.
Boobies. Her testicles. You know?
I also think, like, puberty-wise, there are different levels of, like, accomplishment and shame attached to it. Whereas when you enter puberty as a boy, it's almost like a, oh my god, it's gonna be so cool, like I need to get over the point where my voice breaks, and then it's just smooth sailing, like body hair,
erections, and
balls left and right, and
balls hanging.
Yeah. Whereas for girls, it's like, so you're now gonna be a sexual object.
And you're gonna be in pain every month. And it's
Yeah,
gonna bleed a
there's
lot.
gonna
And
be
you're not allowed
blood.
to talk about it.
Yeah, you're gonna grow body hair, but unlike boys, it's a bad thing and unnatural, and you should do something about it for the rest of your life. And have fun. Be ashamed, please. It's like when boys enter puberty, it's like, welcome.
Celebrate.
It's gonna be great now. You're no longer a whiny little boy. Now you're gonna be a man.
A whiny little man.
Another part of being trans, this is number 8, is very much linked to being a trans woman. There's an element of like uncertainty. There's an element of feeling unsafe and not knowing when you feel safe. We've said this before. The level of passing varies. So to some people, you will be passing perfectly. To other people, you will not be. And it's not always possible to like discern when you are in what company. So on top of the walking home late at night, checking over your shoulder, like not having music in your headphones, like having your keys in your hand. On top of that, it's also like, if someone comes at me, will they be content to ask me? Or will they see that I'm trans and also kill me and or kill me? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but also just in the more casual sense that if you go out to grocery shop, like if you're visibly trans, will people harass you?
Will they give you a hard time?
Will you give you a hard time? Will people say stuff to you or look at you weird? It can just be exhausting.
Yeah.
That like feeling unsafe because you are varying your agenda.
When you like work in an office or you are in any kind of social interaction, like will people treat you differently? Will they be antagonistic? Will they be? Won't they care? Like you just never know. So to that point, it's like there is both an element of like, hey, you will be seen and treated as a woman in a misogynistic world. But on top of that, there is also the trans element, which, depending on who you meet and in what context you meet them, can be wonderful or life-threatening. And that's just not something I thought I wasn't prepared for how I was going to deal with that. I was like, I'm going to have to do it, and then I'm going to have to deal. But boy, oh boy, are we dealing
Yep.
in this day and age. Wabba. Point number 9, clothing. One of the big joys of being a person in this world is you get to accessorize your avatar. You get to put on beautiful clothes or cool clothes or like silly clothes, and it's all wonderful. But when you're looking to dress more femininely, when you're looking to appear feminine, clothing can be an issue. First and foremost, underwear is really, really expensive. Nice underwear is really, really expensive. Sometimes it's not even comfortable.
Do you know what bra costs? Bras are so expensive, and even more if you actually have a big honking bazongas.
Exactly. It's like, what are we paying for, like meters of fabric here? Like, what's happening?
Welcome to womanhood.
Well, and it's like, it can be demoralizing. It's always nice to go and get something nice, but when what you get is like made of polyester, it's like, it itches, it's not nice. It kind of detracts from it. Like, sizing is also a thing. Whereas I don't think I had to, it's been a while, it's been a hot minute since I didn't go out and buy nice stuff. Because like when we were like 15, 16, we would go into the whole goth thing, different rules, like you can do whatever, mix and match. But like, I don't remember ever having oscillated so much in size. Like, depending on what store I go to, I'm either a small or a large, or maybe a medium, maybe an extra large. I don't know. It all depends. It all varies. Nothing sits right. It's like it fits in the waist, but it doesn't fit around my hips, or maybe the other way around.
Clothing sizes are kind of crazy.
So crazy. And the worst part is, like, you kind of have to count yourself lucky if you find something that actually has usable pockets.
Yeah.
It can annoy one to no end. The last thing on this here list is turf rhetoric. And this is something that I guess deserves a video all on its own because it's so pervasive right now. And it's a really big topic. And there are so many ways in which this hurts not only trans people, not only trans women, but also trans men, non-binary people, cis women, to a certain extent cis men as well. It's like, it's a very regressive ideology. It's a very regressive way of looking at gender and societal expectations and roles. Honestly, it's a whole thing, but like, I have to acknowledge it here. The whole turfy, there you go again with the whole. It's so pervasive. And like, when I was coming out, there was a different level of like trans misogyny. It was very much based on the confusion, the anxiety, the rage. It was like a weird mass that wasn't like very focused. It was just like on top of society and like a big like goopy pile. Whereas now it's like it's being formed into like a spear, you know? It has momentum, it has a following, it has like, in some countries, like government approval. Like, a lot of the stuff that's happening right now is really, really scary. And it's really, really weird that a movement that is so dogmatic and so backwards and so harmful to so many people is gaining some kind of traction and it's gaining traction from people in power. Like, that's kind of what's fucking with me a bit. It is some kind of like hatred or insecurity or just like, why is the world not what it used to be, that's being weaponized against some of the weakest people in existence. Only by the power of turfism have I been transformed from like the weakest, the most effeminate, the least dangerous into being a humongous, predatory, macho man. I have fundamentally changed from being a human being to a monster, and the dehumanization is something that I was just not expecting. Especially because in my time, I was really seeing like an upwards trend.
Yep.
I was seeing things improve. I had gone from being something in horror movies to something. It's like we've come all the way over this hill and it was just starting to look nice and you could see the sun and everything, and then we just crashed and the pendulum swings back and things are an upwards battle again. It's its own thing. I don't want to talk more about it. But that's definitely one of the annoying things on my list of 10 most annoying things about transitioning. People in the comments. I only know what it's like to be me. What's it like being you? What were the most, or are the most annoying things about transitioning for you? I would be very interested to hear what other trans women have to say, but more so, the trans men, the non-binary people who watch our videos. What are some of the more annoying parts of like being trans for you? Will you let us know?
It would be interesting.
Yes. I've monopolized the talking in this video.
Yes, I enjoyed it very much. Thank you.
The TERFs will be coming after me and they'll be going,
I'll fight them all.
The man is silencing the
My
woman.
God. The way that these TERFs infantilize me in our comments infuriates me to no fucking end. Like, all this, women, blah, 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 but then how the fuck do you speak over me this much? Like,
yeah.
Sorry. This is not what this video is about. We hope you liked this video, and if you did, you can subscribe for more. It's true!
It's true.
Sorry.
No.
Did you want to?
No. This was better.
We try to upload twice a month, but if we don't, or if you just miss us in the meantime, you can find us all over the internet. You can also go get a tattoo by Jackie, because she's a tattoo artist.
Yes.
Or you can read my books if you want to feel a little closer to me.
You're on a hiatus right now.
I'm
You're
on
not
hiatus for social
on your
media.
social media as much. Maybe come see some
Spicy little pictures on the fan page.
on the fan page, the off page.
The oof.
That's the reaction we're looking for. So do those things or don't. We love you either way. Take care of yourself. It's a dangerous world, but it's beautiful because you're in it. We hope to see you next time.
Bye. Hello, little man.
A tiny
Small, tiny baby man. The cutest of them all. I'm not done.
Are you ever? It goes from træls to oh nej. It's a little Danish for you right there.